It is time for Final Fantasy V. Let's fucking go, boyos, indeed, Splunkin. Welcome. There might not be a lot of kickflips, there will be a lot of shirtless men punching things, which is, as we all know, better. It is the four of us are the four Warriors of Light, as we've discovered pretty early on. And we are tasked with finding each of the rest of the crystals, I believe. The wind one was broken. Fire, earth, and water we need to seek out. Yes. This is Bartz. Bartz is the lead character. I don't really know if we know his background yet. I've only been playing about a couple hours, but he's the main character. He has his pet Choco, and they encountered a calamity as a meteor fell and destroyed the Wind Temple. We encountered Lena, who is a princess, I believe. Galuf, who is a amnesiac explorer / archaeologist, and Ferris, who is a pirate captain. And we are on a quest to find the next temple. I don't recall exactly what I'm supposed to be doing now, because these older games, we're going to walk around for a little bit. I am, of course, on a quest to get all of the purple magic. I may have to plan this out a little bit better, but yeah, so the class jobs is actually pretty cool. You can set them, and I'll show that here in a second. But you start out with like 4 or 5 jobs, and anyone can be any job. So these classes are my choice. I decided to make her a knight, which is sort of the tank. Oops, I just attacked one other person. That's fine. There he goes. Very nice. So I've made Lena a white mage. Still kind of getting used to the interface. Yeah, so every person can have one of these for now. One of these 6 jobs, or a freelancer who can has access to all the weapons, but doesn't have any abilities. And there are tons of more jobs that I'll unlock, as I understand it, throughout the course of the game. And every job has the weapons it can use, different spells. Every job has a level. You see, Bartz is a level 1 blue mage. And most importantly, they all dress up slightly different for each job. So that played a big part into my selection process. So I do not remember exactly what I was doing. I may need to pull up I had a spoilerless walkthrough for 9. I may need to do the same thing here, just so I can be familiar with. But how you doing, Smokin'? How's your week been? Well, you're in. Nice. That seems like a nice evening. A little jealous there. I put too many letters in it. I should have set this up beforehand, so I apologize for the compelling content of me looking around on the internet for a few moments. Did that, did that. We go back to tool. We're in Carwin. Okay, so yeah, we're supposed to be. What's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with being an amount of beers in at 8. It's a man who knows what he wants. What that is to drink beer. I should really order some beer just to have it on hand. It's been a while. Alright, so let's gear up our... I don't really like having... What I'm doing... yeah, so every class has different stuff that they can equip. Obviously, like the knight can have the cuirass and the armor. I don't think that it doesn't show how much of an improvement it is for her, just an improvement. But we want to get Gilif up to speed, so we'll do alright. Interface is a little weird because it's a mobile port that is on Steam. So you can kind of tell it's a little weird in that respect. Let's give her pretty excited about the Arkham Horror expansion. It's going to be a very long time until it comes out, but I'm still pretty excited about it. Let's get some weapons upgraded. Or not. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get both of them. Sure. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, I don't know that they'll do it longer than that expansion, but it's a very cool idea, and I'm really happy they're kind of playing around with what's possible in a game. So. Very okay. She can use it if she's jumping up and down. It's very encouraging. No one can use black magic yet. That's fine. She should learn protect. Okay. check every pot. Good to know. We will, of course, be talking to everyone. Oh, that's up top. You've been playing anything? I know you got okay. Took me a second to figure out what the first one was were. Yeah, I pre-ordered the all the investigator starter decks and the Return to Forgotten Age. So that should be everything between what I've ordered and what you've ordered. Interestingly, the investigator who's in that book is also in Innsmouth. So we'll have to wait till to get access to both sides of that. Kingdom of Waltz is south of here. These machine temples. Also, we should probably be going there. Gotcha. No, it's really, I'm not. If I ordered, it's fine. I just wanted to make sure that we had everything covered one way or the other. Just to get ahead of any demand for stuff. So whatever works, to be honest. Especially with how things might be kind of weird the next few months for supply and stuff. Waiting. Interesting. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I'm a lot of really exciting content for Arkham coming up. It's very, very encouraging. Making bread, man. Between your painting skills and cooking, becoming quite the renaissance, man. Anything interesting in the New World or not? Really? I'm bought a couple board games that have decent solo modes allegedly. What's this? I'll even try and save it. Teotihuacan? I'm trying out, which is pretty cool. Mostly just heads down on work. Mostly playing through a couple games right now off stream. Nothing too exciting though. I might try Squad, which is free on Steam this weekend. Yeah, I feel like Frosthaven is definitely a game I want to play paper. Like we could do the digital stuff, but it really, I don't know. The reason I enjoy, wow, Phoenix Downs are expensive. I like the tactile element of board games, and that's up to you. I'm not sure if we've all committed to. I mean, I'm down to play it. I'm pretty sure our companion is also down to play it. But 1,000 for a Phoenix Down. Jesus Christ! I'm gonna sell some of my old equipment. Let's not sell for a whole lot. Got 5 daggers though. Yeah, not getting up to too much else really. Just trying to having a schedule helps a lot. Like having a stream schedule has been really awesome. Just to kind of keep a pace with things. Let's see what I should be learning magic from right now. Let's see. This list is not great. Awesome. I'm looking forward to that. That's late this year, right? Or I don't even know when the next that'd be nice. Are you gonna do? I'm guessing they don't have built-in minis again. It's the same sort of thing where you're gonna want to acquire some tokens or some minis for it. Double Punch does not fuck around. Gotcha. I mean, we're not in any rush, right? So, ability learning required for who? Barks. Okay. What does that do? Learn some monster special attacks. This particular version of it, or the Victory song in general? Because that's the same in the whole series for almost all of it, I think. Yeah, it's 16-bit. I like the music in general in this game has been pretty awesome. Like, and I'm only 2 hours in. There's already a couple tracks that I'm like really into. So, yeah, 16-bit definitely has a nice charm to it, and let's see how this works. Honestly, I see if it finds. Yeah. 16-bit music's definitely got, it's one of those things that will never go out of style. I do actually, yeah. Yeah. Like I have all of the, I have like 30 of my favorite tracks from 14 on Spotify. They put all the music on there. There's some really cool music in 14 that I definitely go back to. Certain tracks, like certain songs, I don't care about doing that, or certain games. But like Fez is a game that I have like in my main music library that I always will listen to. Quake, obviously. What's the, oh, I can go in here. Okay. Yeah, there's a decent selection of games that I always have. Will be happy to listen to. I'm being attacked by grave stones. That's very strange. This is a weird. That's right. He's here to. I mean, that was a kickflip. Let's be honest. Like this, not only is he here to work it, he's here to kickflip. I may need to lean on you a little bit, Debaser, for guidance for a couple things here. I do need separately, I need to compile a blue magic list that's better than the ones I've found, so I don't like spoil all the areas, but I know who I should be learning stuff from. Just anything, any sign of. So yeah, I think I have to go to Waltz to the south, which is the next kind of town I need to go to. That I think has the next temple. These things are hidden. Oh, the Galicats? Yeah, they're in, I mean, the list of things that are also in Final Fantasy XIV, which is going to be a lot of my exposure to this, but they're in the first expansion in 14, and they're very cute. And you can, of course, get a minion of it. It's just a cat with grass wings on, like it's. So it's accepted. Like everyone's like, yeah, this makes sense. Why wouldn't they be doing this? So I have to have this ability on to learn blue magic. So I don't think so. I learned learning, but I don't know really what it does versus having him learn things normally. That's the thing I'd be curious about some guidance on, if you know. Oh, okay. That's what it is. So I don't need to. He doesn't need to have it on. That's just. Okay, I see. The abilities are always the multi-class thing that you can learn. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know why I'm in this mountain, by the way. I'm just walking around. Ability guard. Okay, so yes, same sort of thing. Now, if I wanted to switch classes with her, she could learn. She could use guard while in the other class. Yeah. Okay. Good. Here comes a kickflip. So good. And the counter, like, he's already a house. Like, he's gonna be in my party for the foreseeable future. Gold needle. Okay. Also, Phoenix Downs are expensive in this game. It was 1,000 gil at the last place I checked, which is crazy. Yeah, I definitely see the appeal, like, have him learn a different job that... I'm guessing every job, the first few levels, you get the cross-job ability, so you can bring it back on there. So I don't need to be up here right now, I'm just sort of wandering around. Get my Final Fantasy V legs back. Also, Goblin Punch is 0 mana, which is awesome. And Goblin Punch can sometimes do amazing damage. I wonder if it's another, like RNG thing, in terms of how much damage it can do. Oh, I see. If target level is the same as the caster at 8 times, that's good to know. I should try and find it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'll keep an eye out for some of these other abilities. let's wander. I think we. Do I have a... Nope, that's not. I don't have access to the full world map. I think I just in the corner is the best I get. Here's the town I was just in. I mean, this is a cute little mouse thing with spikes. Like, this is like Sonic the Hedgehog version 2. So I was here, and they're saying that the wind is gone, and I need to... Oh, I just ended up here. It's before they had... Also, the in value is very strong in this game. 10 gil for a full heal is yeah, can't beat that. It's a little grating. So, I think there's more to do here, but I'm not sure. Everyone's basically saying we can't help you. The wind has died. Yeah, so whilst the south has the water crystal, which we need to go fuck with. Dragon grass. Choking it out. Nice. Knights do it two-handed. Oh, yes, fair. We should play every... Also, it's more of an organ, but yes, we should play every... Once you're outside of town, you can press C to look at it. That's not a button I have. Here we go. Crack those knuckles first. Yes, it does. You're not wrong. But you're both also wrong. You and the game. It's sort of like the, it's a dragon. Sure as I live. So maybe we should go up to North Mountain and get... I think we're going to North Mountain here. And then we could hook him up to the dragon. Oh, we can just ride him there. Alright. We figured it out. So I was actually where I was supposed to be up in the mountains, but just ahead of the curve. Yeah. Mother-in-law jokes. Pretty good. I wonder if I should, what would be a good subclass for Galuf? I need to figure out how to say his name in the first place. So look at this. Look at this fucking bonnet, this kerchief, this scarf that he's tied around his head as a thief. That's it's a lot. No, I don't see. That's what I thought it was at first. I thought he was doing a whole green thing, but no, it's clearly sort of like what Bartz is doing here, but he's really leaning into the bandana. As this in here. I wonder if I should like Babushka. it's me, Babushka. I wonder if I should have him go Black Mage for a little bit till I get. I'm guessing one of Black Mage's initial abilities is Black Magic. Maybe have him cast some Black Magic while doing Hawk stuff. Let's try that for a little bit. He won't be shirtless for a little bit, but we're gonna try some things. Does he know any? I don't know any Black Magic. Oh, I know Fire. That's fine. We don't need to spend money. Gotcha. Okay. Maybe we'll have him try his hand at some magic for a little bit, and then or get some different magic while we're here. Sure. Let's learn. I got Gil. You can learn all of the main elements. We give him a staff. I don't know how much that. I think that's if it's old school rules. That only matters for attacks, not for anything else. I'm leaving town. It's fine in the beginning and the end parts. All right. So let's try out Galif's Black Magic prowess. Get that rolling here, and see if we can't find anyone who has blue magic for me to learn. Give him the fire. Just ran off. Yeah, I really like the end value here. That's not, you know, every game is not always the ends don't always make sense value-wise for the Gil, but here 10 Gil for full rest is, I'm just gonna take advantage of that as much as I can. Especially with how expensive Phoenix Downs are. 1,000 Gil for a Phoenix Down. Maybe that's just Carmen's prices, but damn. God damn. So you can't all protect currently, but Barks is a little. Give him the. Let's start working our way up towards North Mountain, which is up that way. He definitely loses something without the shirt, without being shirtless, so I will admit that. Those stripy bloomers aren't working for me. He'll be back very shortly. As soon as he learns the ability, we're gonna. I know they're in here somewhere. Hang on, I'll find them. So many robes. So many robes. Punch. But I guess I'm curious if how viable that it'll be to have him do magic, because if magic scales off of oh, it's just literally the magic stat. And when I'm guessing that's job that goes with the job. So maybe I don't know if it makes sense to have him do magic. Yeah, that does make sense. So, if, you know, as a aside, I don't know if it makes... Yeah, because he won't have the same magic stat as Monk, so having access to black magic might not make a lot of sense. Okay, we're back to Monk. I'll give him up to the next level for magic. For black magic, and then we'll change it. Phoenix down. Very useful. You can master a class. Okay. That sounds like a Final Fantasy thing. Sort of like Materia. Just take this abuse. I'm not sure when, I think 8 was the first Final Fantasy to take away the max HP stat, and that really bugged the shit out of me as a style, because the percentage can be more useful sometimes than just how much hit points are left. Like, I don't know. 7 definitely had the max, but yeah, I think 8 was just their current hit points. So that always bugged the shit out of me. But, you know, kind of weird. Okay. Looking for dragons / dragon grass? Yeah, exactly. Like if I have a character who has, you know, twice as much HP as, you know, another one, it's not as useful to know that they're close to dying or not, because, you know, there are things, as you know, that are based on percentage of HP. So. Alright, see ya. Oh man, now we have to... Okay, so he learned black magic. I have to burn a Phoenix down. Alright, back to Trevor's Daddy. Alright, so he can throw some magic now if he needs to, but he's gonna go back to kick flipping things. I don't have a life spell, unfortunately. I can't tempt here, right? Yeah. Feels bad to use it in the field, but I think that's where we are. This is not going to be a optimal playthrough of this game by any measure. But we're gonna do our best. So I think I already got most of the stuff from here. Maybe not. When I was here last time. Oh, here's the grass. Am I being damaged? I'm being poisoned, son of a... They even told me it's choked by poison. They even said it. Luckily, I have poison on it. Oh, but that may have been dumb. Okay, so just avoid the. Okay. All right, Daddy. Back to your old tricks, please. Go. Kick the pain away. After a brief stint with the Dark Arts, he's back. Also, my row configuration is not great. She should be in the back. I wonder if he should be at the back too. Now she's empty. I think we're gonna need healing here. You won't believe what I've been through. Ooh, God damn it. I punched so much black magic, you guys. Alright. I smell a boss fight coming up. Is that a hat? So yeah, so her fuck. Just shot down. Some good music. Oh ho ho ho. Awkward. I like to think about that. Let her go, you addle-pated, meaning her head, addle-pated foul-complexion scuffler. Scufflaw. Some good pirate talk there. You. Well, I've lost half my party. This is not going well. Oh yes, Splunkin, you missed a exciting series of. Nice. We're just roping it. Where we pretended that the pirate captain was a man. They apparently go out pretending to be a man to, you know, protect themselves. When both the sprite is clearly a woman. Yeah. A lot of confused arousals happening. Look at this lady though. No confusion about what gender's going on there. Oh yeah. Why don't you drain Gelif? Oh, that's okay. This is fine. Kick might not be as useful solo. Okay, we're already halfway there. Ooh, arrow. I can learn that. I'd like to learn that. Also, always going after the roll for that. Yeah. Honey, come take out this trash, you jeez. Okay, well, we're gonna finish her off before we deal with him. Ow. He does not fuck around, man. Oh, it's fine. We can regen. We're gonna kill her first. Okay, she's gone. Now let's deal with this weird boy here. Oof. God. Man. Thanks for the protect. Still getting used to the interface. How much life is this person dealing with here? Yeah, I feel like kick might still be what he needs to use. Okay, wow, it's a long way to go here. Let's go 100 damage. Nice. Kicks here. Yeah, that's substantially better. Oh, he has that regen though, but whatever. Well, let's keep the healer. Oops. Well, let's shoot that then. It's a shame because she was one of my main sources of damage. Probably should put protect on everyone at the start of the fight, but this is where we are. I don't have any Phoenix Downs. Sure. This is probably a wipe then, I guess. When tackle does that much damage that consistently. Let's see if that does anything. Let's some decent damage. I want to learn what this guy's weaknesses are so I can exploit them. No weaknesses. Okay. Keep our party leader alive here. I feel like he's gonna help us finish this. One more hit, I think. On the counter, though. There we go. There it is. He gets all the ABP. Got a whip. Power drink. He's like, I've got this. I don't have any way of raising my party right now. Consume with drink command. Okay. Just hope there's some way to raise my party coming up. Exactly. Yeah, this in terms of difficulty, this is not held back at all. So you can learn barehanded. Gain the same attack power as monks. Oh, okay, so you put that on your black mage and have him punch. That's pretty cool. I have no way of bringing people back, so I'm just hoping the game gives me something, some kind of way. Surrounded by all this poisonous. Yeah, I should have protected first. That was the. Don't do it. Don't hurt yourself to get the grass. Technically, you're dead. You're already dead, so this is fine. Thump. I mean, so that didn't take too long to get a character the first usable ability of a secondary job. So that's actually kind of cool. That if I wanted to quickly sub job somebody, it didn't take a lot to do that. My stars and garters. Oh, that's nice. Saddle up. Dragon's like, wait, what? What do you mean saddle up? Yeah, I totally see that. Like, I can absolutely see the appeal. Like, you know, certain Final Fantasy games you enjoy grinding and some you don't. I definitely see the appeal here of sometimes you just want to get some jobs up. It actually has a consequence or has a benefit. Let's ride this dragon. Yeah, I think I might do something similar, like I was kind of doing there. It was more to just kind of get reacquainted with it, but well, so we got our airship already. That was quick. Time check on airship. Allegedly, there's a button for accessing the map. Still not it. Oh, didn't mean to land. Oh, there it is. Ooh. Black Chocobo Forest? Wow, it gives you all the... everything. Okay. So Walls is way down there. Okay. Go anywhere. Probably shouldn't just go anywhere. It's an older game. It will not hesitate to punch me square in the genitals for going somewhere I'm not supposed to. You just hang out there. Do I have that dragon for now? Is it just... Hang on a second. Six beds. Interesting. Sleep in this bed, sleep in this bed, sleep in this bed, sleep in this bed, sleep in this bed. Okay. Oh, we get some items. Phoenix Downs are sold 1,000 gil. Oh. So we can get a couple more. I get a decent amount of money. Let's get do 10 potions for a moment. See, we're also being pretty stingy with ethers. That's fine. Alright, let's walk around Walls here. Walson. Walsy. The shit is that? Okay, I won't tease your Garula. Thanks, Garulas. Learn some magic. Oh, time and summons. I don't have those jobs yet. Well, good to know. I don't, right? I just didn't suddenly. Okay. Cool. do a weapons check here. Axe made for combat. No one can. No real upgrades there. Okay, kind of shame. Yeah, I was only able to kind of see that from the magic screen here. That there's going to be a bard, some sort of spell knight thing, which I already know by default. Probably. I don't have access to that job yet, right? No. Yeah, I think once Bravely Default comes out, or that yeah, that makes sense. Kind of the oh, here we go, Kenpogi, very yes for Galuf. Yeah, so yeah, in terms of the elemental combos, that makes sense that it's using some combos for different elements. So. Okay. Let's put Daddy in his new clothes. Higher strength is less weight. Higher defense, all about it. So I have. No, I get a whip from something, but that's not for a class I have right now. Increases defense and resistance. Excellent. And this shield for him. Makes him a little slower, but that's fine. Tower of Walls is to the north. Good to know. And then there's a castle portion to this. Main entrance. Thank you. Well, yeah, good one. This is so reminiscent of Final Fantasy 1. Just this giant nipple, and then we go open this door. Just the pacing and design and stuff. I mean, it makes sense. It was not that far removed from it, but. Is there a point to walking out here? Anything but behind the waterfall? Just suffering. Oh yeah, totally. No, like that's a huge plus. The job system is. I mean, it set the tone for the series in general in terms of the different kind of ways to play different classes. Oh, there's fights down here. Jackanapes. Oh. Okay. Bye, I guess. Okay, we need to flee. This is not where I want to be. Flee. Please. Okay. Well, I shouldn't be here. No. No. Run. Run. No. Run. Okay. Okay. Well. Not supposed to be there. Let's go back to the inn and rest up again. Nope, not here. Why would you do that? Why would you do that, game? I just wanted to explore. How do I actually get out of here? Clearly. Okay. Let's go back and rest again in case I'm asked to fight something. Yes, back when games did not fuck about. Where you take one wrong step and you are dead. But that means it feels that much more rewarding when you go back down there later. Okay. So, a couple notes. Not going down. Let's just talk to the king. Please, stop amplifying the power of the water crystal. Everyone is so fat and comfortable. Why would I do that? But that won't happen here. Not in my backyard. Exactly. This seems fine. Holy moly. Almost 7. This is a second meteorite. Almost like it happened with the other tower, with the other shrine. Pardon the interruption of me telling you it can't possibly happen to us while the thing's happening to us. Alright, let's walk around a little bit more without going. Tell me your story. What's your, Debaser, if you recall, what's the overall time on this? Like, roughly? Is it like a 30? How much press the nipple to... 30? Okay. I'd like to look in the book, but there's nothing here to read, so. Ooh, Library of the Ancients. Look forward to checking that out. Yeah, right. Can I sleep in your bed? No? Oh, okay. Not a lot of fun loot lying around. There's a little bit earlier, but. Oh, I'm guessing they want me to go up to that place and so we can get a couple levels in. After that, see some quick flips. Crits though. We'll walk our way up there instead of flying. I just realized actually, I mentioned this. Oh, nice. When I was fighting what's her face up the mountain, when she cast Aereo, it had the Blue Mage Diamond next to it, so that's how I can figure out things I can learn. I'll leave the dragon here. Let's go there, and then we'll do some grinding around here just for a little bit. noticing there's a meteorite section. Yeah, because I was I had recognized that the arrow was a thing I could get, and it had the little diamond. But because Bartz was dead, I didn't learn it. And you know, it also helps just in terms of pacing that I mean, it's one of those things that it's incredibly quick to hop in and hop out of battles. So grinding doesn't feel incredibly monotonous. So yeah, I'm definitely seeing. Whoops. Oh, he's almost murdering him. Definitely seeing when we all started. So weird that I put her at a potion. Maybe it was like a suggested thing. When we started the game, everyone's ATB was filling at the same rate, and now that I'm loading certain characters up with more and more armor, their encumbrance is going up, and their speed is their ATBs are filling a lot more slowly, or not that much more slowly, but enough to be notable. Snuffleupagus is an abomination. He does not deserve to live, and I am here to scour him from the earth. There you go, Gelf. Sonic the Hedgehog wannabe motherfuckers. So what's up here? Just more forest. Big horn. Not a ton of AVP. I mean, I guess that makes sense. These are not particularly hard fights, so. Give him the kick. Oh, the kick. Fuck. I just. Sorry. Push my own party members. Oh, that hasn't happened yet. He pushed himself. Oh, because he's the same level as himself? God damn. It's so easy just to click over once on the controller. Tent out here though, right? Okay, good. Just a tent for my... as penance for my defeat. Yeah, because I'm not like AP wise getting a ton here. I'm getting 1 or 2 per fight. Oh, and they interesting, they also take more AP to level up. Blue Mage takes 70 for level 2, 45 for Monk, 50 for Knight. That's interesting. So they're all on their own kind of path in terms of the pace of leveling up, which is kind of cool. I did it again. I just fucking did it again. Because it remembered my... video games. How do they work? Certainly won't level him up this way. Just gotta slowly use the interface and not jam through the buttons. Alright, let's work our way back towards where it wants us to be. deal with this giant phallus here. I'm wondering if Blue Mage makes sense for Bart. Okay, don't kill stuff. Given that I would need to be more aggressive with finding the Blue Mage spells. Actually, you know what though? I have access to a dragon. I can go back to where I was before and pick you up. Maybe I'll do that. Let's do that. Let's give him some more tools. Because there were a couple monsters from to the east, to the west. There were a couple things around. Yeah, because you can manipulate with Beast, but with Beastmaster. But it's also where was Moldwind? There were a couple from over here. I think what I'll need to put not these guys. Need to put together a by area list of like when you're in this area, go find this creature. And get those. So let's just see. Where's a Moldwind? Oh, they're in the Wind Shrine. Okay. And this is an indirect way of doing a little bit of grinding. So. Wind Shrine, which was... Okay, cross mountains. Out here, I think? They can't get to it right now. Oh, right. Okay. Well, I'm in the area that I started the game in, so I'm gonna be... Oh, so refreshing. This is the pirate cave, though, right? Originally. No, I need to go back to the Wind Shrine. Assuming I can go back. I don't know how much backtracking is allowed, or is potential there's for it. Give him the Stroper. Yeah, this was originally the pirate area, so. But in mentioning Boko, I'm curious if Boko is here. Hey guys. That Quen bird bed. Okay, so it's here. Thanks. Wow. Should have come back earlier. Secret button. Please to find the secret button. Okay. The bird. Oh, there he is. Zonked out. Why did the pirates have an old man in their employ? So we'll come back here and get some point. Hang in there, Boko. I learned to speak your feelings, pirate. I mean, she'll probably kill you, but at least you'll know while you're alive. Can I go down? Okay. So, not the Wind Cave, or the Wind Shrine, but wait. I know what this does. Genius. Tent. Ether. 300 gil. Yes, it was a complicated one, I'll admit. It took all my intellect to solve, but yeah. Ooh. This is definitely a game where I would want to have like a physical copy of the strategy guide, so I could like quickly look up where these guys are, so I can go find them. Oh, great, perfect. So they're at the Wind Shrine. The Moldwind enemies at the Wind Shrine who have arrow that I'm trying to learn. And I thought perhaps I could get to the Wind Shrine from here, but it was still worthwhile to come here. Devil crab, devil crab. Oh. Basically, Arrow and Vampire are the two spells I should have access to from who I've seen right now. Actually, Steel Bat has Vampire. So maybe we yeah, there's a big list. Moldwind, Gigas, and Magissa, who's the boss I just fought. I haven't seen Gigas yet, but Moldwinds were at the Wind Shrine. But these bats have Vampire, so we're gonna do that. So let's kill the non-bats. Oops, that's a bat, idiot. Okay, here's our chance to wait for them to cast Vampire. So how are we doing, guys? How are we feeling tonight? Vampire? Anyway. Wonder if it's worth it to, there we go. So now that I've seen it, I'll learn it, right? No, it has to be cast on him. Son of a bitch. Wait, so... Yeah, the menus are from the iOS remaster. The original menus look like it's on SNES. If I do this... Is Is this a viable way of accomplishing this goal? Just have everybody, because it's not... It's not, per character, right? If anyone learns it, we all learn it. Blue Mage Squad, go. Alright, so let's find some bats. Alright. Don't kill the bat. Okay. Yeah, everyone. It's a shared pool of spells. So now, as soon as he casts it on any of us, we'll all learn it, which is right now. There we go. Learn Vampire. Mission accomplished. It worked like I thought it would, which always feels good. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Put Daddy back on. To Monk. Must be the free heal. Okay. So let's see if we can get the Wind Shrine, learn Arrow, and we can be on our way. Alright. Step 1, identify where the hell the Wind Shrine is. This is roughly where we started. This meteor... Here it is. I think. No, that's the town. What is this? It's the castle, no. The Wind Shrine in relation to this. Look it up real quick. Allegedly up there. Alright. So we should probably do the same thing. Probably shouldn't have changed everybody's job, but earlier, but that's fine. Give me a game that's fiddly, it's gonna be fiddly. I apologize, but I'm here to game. You're not who I want to fight. Nope, neither are you. But we're getting. Oh, EVP is going towards Blue Mage, so not as quite as useful, but. Come on. Yeah, ideally next time. God damn it. I have a nice list of everything beforehand, so I'll have to go back and do this. Though if they all... This is actually might be useful, because if they all learn learning for blue magic, they don't have to be blue mages to learn it. They can just equip it as their job. Or their ability. These things are fucking here, right? Yes, Moldens are allegedly in the Wind Shrine. Or was this the boss? I don't think it was the boss. It was that weird owl. That's a sharp drop. But yeah, once they're all maybe they're on the third floor. Once they get the blue magic learning ability, they'll never have. There we go. There's the boys we need. Okay. Let's kill this one. Okay. Wait for it to do its thing. Defend and then having to pick yourself is super clunky. Especially since you can't defend anyone else. There we go. Now we murder. Okay, now maybe not the way we murder. Let's just use the old-fashioned murder. Okay. Oh, check. Fuck. Learning is not the first level thing they learn. That's a weird sentence to say. I think it's level 2. That's fine. We'll just make our way out of here. Oh, too far. I think that might be a game where I do a non-zero amount of grinding stuff off stream, which I think makes sense for some instances where I don't know if you guys want to watch me grind up 19 level or 19 fights of Blue Mage. I do kind of want to have them get learning though. All right, well then. So why am I killing cats? It's not the life I want to lead. You not here for the deep Final Fantasy story, Smoking? I am disappointed. Puss, puss, puss. Alright, let's quickly bang out these blue mage levels so I can each learning, which is again a weird thing to say. Let's double check that it is level 2. Yes, it is level 2. Okay, so no, the story is not murdering cats. That was a dream. That was a dream sequence. That was very confusing, but I understand that it looked like we were murdering cats. Let's actually grind over here. Alright, let's do this real quick. Get everyone a level 2 blue mage. They'll never have to be blue mage again except for bards. Killer bee! About bees. How do you feel about murdering bees? Yes, I agree. I mean, certain bees can be cute, right? But in general, they should probably just die. 16 more battles. Okay, let's go back to the other stuff. This will go faster. Around here, I'm guessing. Yes, those fucking things are not a bee that you would want to hang out with. How do you feel about Arrow? I feel pretty good about it. I've heard that in a very long time. Still 1 AP, huh? Hoping that would give a little bit more. Eat this arrow. Kind of into Gitlith as Blue Mage. The mask kind of works for me, but Shirtless is definitely better. Obviously. Sure, like a Rula. Give me more AP than just 1. If I Goblin Punch him to death. Certain swords work better than others. Or people are better equipped than others, I should say. Ooh. Still 1 AP. No experience, no guild. Oh. Do they not fight back? Am I just murdering these things? For no reason? I mean, I get the AP from it, but... Like, does it not fight me? I'm still gonna kill it. Well, why make it a thing I can encounter if it's not gonna... Also, it is incredibly weak to wind spells. Alright, we'll roam the forests for our last few fights here. So, Spelunky, what's your other gaming schedule these days? I know you've been playing other games, other board games. So are you, like, what's the spread for Dominion? Are you obviously online, but like all the expansions? And there's like a new one that just came out, right? Where you got ones that you like. I feel like I'd be curious to see you play Debaser these days now that you're have a lot more hands under your belt, as it were. Okay. Just pure chachos. I wonder if they'll ever actually be done with it. Yeah, I'm actually curious if the intent is to never finish that game like they always. Well, that was 2 EVP. Hot. If they're going to ever stop putting out expansions for it. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? Like. Bandersnatch. I don't know if Bandersnatch is... No, he's not. He ain't nothing. But, yeah, if, like... Yeah, it's true. Like... And there's not really a ton of stuff eating its lunch right now, right? Like, there's... Like, there's... You know, deck builder is now a full-fledged genre that lots of games are trying to do, but... there's no, like, extreme... Dominion competitor right now. Which makes sense, like, if you, especially if it's been around for so long and so many people are invested in it. I know, like, Ascension tried to do its thing, which got a decent amount of return from, as I understand. So it was digital first, and then it went physical. I didn't really like Ascension that much, but you know, Clank is a very popular, obviously, derivation of it. It's just interesting that there aren't many other extremely long-going games like that have been continuously supported with new content. Like, most games move on at some point. But I guess, oh, what's his name? Victor X something? I forget the designer's name. But, he's just happy to keep plugging away at Dominion. We're almost done with Operation Blue Mage. Very excited. Are you playing Terraforming in like TTS or the actual digital app that came out on Steam? Okay. I've heard that is fine, but it seems like a lot of digital versions. There's a Gloomhaven full app on Steam that I hear is not particularly great. Seems to obscure a lot of information. Wait, no expansions at all? Like not even DLC wise? Yeah. Oh, you've. Oh, it's just like a skirmish kind of thing. That's extremely underwhelming. Why would you play it? It's not. I mean, it's fine as a dungeon crawler, but the whole point is the campaign. One more fight to go. Huh. Only 5 characters? Okay, yeah, that's fucking stupid. Yeah. I can't imagine why people don't enjoy playing... What is effectively... God, what would you even... Like, no campaign, small handful of characters, like, are they doing the same thing with Frosthaven? Hang on, we're all leveling up here. Okay, they're done Big Blue Mages forever, hooray! Okay, we can go back to... So now if I ever want to learn stuff with everybody that I know I can have access to, and in fact I might keep it on them for now actually. Yeah, I saw that the... what's his name? Vladi Chotl, whatever his name is, playing it with the Shut Up and Sit Down guys on TTS. Are they playtesting just the engine, or the, like, actual campaign stuff? There's Daddy. Daddy's back. Daddy's gonna... Blue Magic for now. Does she know cover as part of Big Night, or... Okay, everyone's back to where they need to be. Oh, so you need to be... This is actually not how I play this game. Is that a... Like just the job spread? Also, like, being level 3 to start actually using Blue Magic as a side job is a deep cut. Alright. But we're done. We're done faffing about. Where's my goddamn dragon? Okay, let's go to the end. Yeah, then we can get down to business. That's awesome. I mean, that's a testament to the game, right? That if like that gives you that much flexibility. That's awesome. Quick rest, and we'll go back to business. Now, of course, I have no idea if this arrangement of jobs is sustainable, but we'll certainly give it a shot. And as we get more jobs, obviously that is subject to change. So, let's go do the thing. Let's save first, then we'll do the thing. Because this game did crash on me once last session, and it hasn't done it since, but boy would I be upset to lose all that progress. Oh, this is not good. Garula, what? I killed a bunch of those. See, now that I have Gorilla blood on my hands, I'm ready to take care of business. Let's double check what our so you're saying this wouldn't have happened if I had not murdered them in cold blood. What are you guys? What's your story? Why you go on there? Do the kick flips. Hey, yeah, that's a pretty decent vampire, actually. As far as vampires go. You get a level up, and you get a level up. Wait. No, okay. Oh no! The king! Please save the crystal. I can probably save the crystal. After I take this potion. This game loves to make me regret my decisions. That's the subtitle of this game, Splunkin'. Final Fantasy V. Dude looks like a lady. Climb on these floors. He's taken all of his health in one go. Does not feel good. I wonder if it makes sense to have him at the head of the pack here, given that Blue Mage is clearly not meant to be taking punches this much. But now I'm her. I'm fine with that. Because as a Blue Mage, he's not equipped to take this much punch. Pretty sure I can learn something from Elf Toad. Yes, I can learn Pawn's Chorus from Elf Toad, so we're gonna try and fix that out. Yeah, I should back her on this guy. Kick the bomb. Oh, actually, I can do that from here, can I? Okay. Nope, that's, well, alright, it's fine. Who is Hans? I'm gonna confirm if she needs to have cover equipped, because if she doesn't, I'll have her have learning. Well, so cover is an innate part of being a knight, so we will not do that. Okay. There's so many ads on the Final Fantasy Wiki. It's crazy. All right. We're climbing. That's a very awkward animation. Rip, rip, brah. Silver armlet, tell me more. Oh, only for non-attacky types. Shiny, ineffective. Higher defense, higher resistance. Put that on butts. It's not damaging me, is it? Might be doing a little bit. 272 is how much you have. Good old Ether. Spaghetti's back. Just like last time. They're controlling you, aren't they? I won't let you destroy the crystal. I'm not here to destroy the crystal. Why that? Why so mad though? As we learned from our science experiment earlier, that they are not a fan of Arrow. First, let's protect Faris. Start swinging in, get the kicks out, drop some Arrow. There we go. That's a nice chunk of damage. Yeah, I think having Faris in the front is the way to go. Tell me your secrets. Hopes, your dreams. Level 3, or 13. No, let's keep up the arrow. Plenty of MP for that. Stop it. You leave him alone. You stop punching my people! Why is... No, we have a couple situations here. Is he poisoned? Oh, I thought I... He's poisoned. No? Why is his health going down? Oh, he's going? Okay. He has some sort of stats effect on him because he's losing health rapidly. Now he's dead. Not quite. Now he's dead. Cool. Okay. Awkward. Didn't make any sense why he was taking damage, but okay. I guess he had some sort of effect on him. That's true. He wasn't wearing a coat earlier, now he is. Suspicious. I'm gonna be sad that he's gonna miss out on this XP as soon as I win this. All these attacks though. Alright. Sorry, Galef, I tried. But you had some mysterious effect on you without an icon that I couldn't fix, so... Oh, no experience missing, so David game. That's fine. crystal. The power, the source, the crystal. No, then the crystal cracked. These are all default names. I was only ever allowed to name Barts. I haven't been allowed to name anybody. I'm a little happy, to be honest. They're kind of assholes. Does this mean new jobs? I think we get new jobs. Each crystal is a job. Last time. Lord Galef. Daddy's a lord? $12 is... I'd say I killed 3 that didn't fight back. And that science, that data, led me to understand that arrow is useful against them. And that's what won me this match. So really what I did is I was just being a good gamer. Give me them jobs though. They're glowing. Berserker! Time Mage. That doesn't work. Time Mage? Berserker? Mystic Knight? Ooh. Summoner. I want that one though. Maybe we'll get it in a second. Oh, Red Mage. I love me some Red Mage. Not as much as Blue Mage, but... Well... I want to get the... I want that crystal. Fine. Also, I feel like gamer ethics is an oxymoron. Oh, that's awkward. Much like California and Florida in the next 50 years. Oh, it's our baby. Our baby's back. Our boo. The baby's hungry. Nom, 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 nom. I assume we're not actually being consumed by the dragon. You know, it's hard to do animations and cinematics on the SNES. And you do what you could. So cool water. I think so. Oh, we were actually in its mouth. Okay. Flop, flop. Wait, why'd the last of its strength? Why? Not gonna die, is it? Come on. It's too early in the game to lose it. The character we care about. Maybe it's not dead, maybe it'll come back later. Okay. Galef's still dead. It's fine, we can tend this. A whip is best used when problems come along. Oh, I get it. It's a Devo joke. Jokes are here even this long ago. Look at all these jobs, though. These jorbs. Berserkers wearing an animal head. Always berserk in battle, these feral warriors sacrifice commands to gain attack strength and power. Oh, they just fight. They just... I guess that makes sense. Magical warriors automatically... that's what I want what I might want Ferris to be. It's a Mystic Knight. Instead of just a boring one knight. Red Mage, I'm really into that. That might be where I bring Lena. I mean, we also need to look at outfits here. That looks really dumb. He just has a wolf head. Arabian Nights thing, it's kind of alright. I mean, this looks dumb. He looks like a clown. It's a little better. The summoner, I think he's. Although now, see, now I got to think about who to bring what level versus Boob Armor for Knight. He does actually. Yeah, it's a hefty breastplate. He has a decent amount of breast with Blue Mage as well. Maybe Bart's is actually a lady. Bigger twist. This is just default Black Mage in general. Yeah, I don't know. Now that it's true. Now that I don't know if you should say Blue Mage. I need to think about this. They really want to make sure you see her pink hair, because like between these two characters, which one looks like Captain Marvel? Yeah, I think Lena is going to be a red mage. I think that's in her future. Galeth is going to be, well, first of all, he's dead, but that's a pretty jaunty outfit for him as red mage. The red and blue kids. I don't really know to what you're referring. Like this, you mean? Yeah, I can kind of see that. Oh yeah, yeah. I see that. Okay. Something to think about. Let's go back to here and rest. Probably get more information about our goals. Yeah, I'm actually do a little research, figure out kind of who I want to bring up to what. I'll do it offline, obviously. I'll plan. A little plan is nice. I'll figure out what my next build will be and go from there. We're not going down to the super dungeon, but no, I'm king. I think I'm gonna. Oh, he's alive. Okay, that's reassuring. Yes. How you doing? He doesn't ask me anything yet. Oh, we're just banging out these crystals left and right. Oh, maybe I should. Maybe I will. I'm gonna call it there. That's a nice 2 hours roughly. One around here a little bit, but we do some science, do some looking up, figure out what I'm gonna be doing next, job-wise. I'll review that on Monday, I think. Hey, thanks for watching, man. Both of you, I appreciate it. It's not quite as story-rich as 9 is, but I'm enjoying this a lot more than 9 already, which is interesting. Because I like all the different options and different ways to play. It's fun for me. So look forward to doing this more. Obviously, unlocking all the jobs is super important. So, all right, guys. We'll talk to you later. I'll be back on the stream Monday 9 Eastern for more Final Fantasy V. Maybe I'll do some offline grindy stuff offline, but yeah, we'll definitely pick things back up on Monday. So, all right, guys, have a good night. Thanks for watching. See you later.